So my wife came down here, took one look at all this stuff on my workbench, and just turned around and went upstairs. That's good, right? So my old dust collection system has been working perfectly, but I've had it for a couple years. There's some things I've learned and some things I want to do different. So I thought, perfect opportunity for a video, right? So I've got some new pieces that I want to show you. I've got the Woodstock 1049 trash can lid that converts it to a cyclone. So it seems like here in the new workshop, I'm stepping all over this thing. It's here at the end of my workbench, outfeed table, and my shopsmith. And it seems like with the motor, the bag on the motor, the filter, the associated hoses, I need to do something more. I'm thinking of going vertical with it. So all my other tools, including the shopsmith, the chop saw, the drill press, basically everything except the table saw, has a 2.5-inch hose fitting on it. The table saw's got a 4-inch. This one, I want to build vertical. I want to get it out of the floor and stack as much as I can on top of each other. Give me a place to hang the vacuum hose, which I actually vacuum the floor with this thing, which is the Harbor Freight small dust collector, 660 CFM. More than plenty for what I do in the shop. It was actually plenty for the 4-inch fitting on the table saw. Now I'll tell you a story. I bought the big Harbor Freight dust collector. Brought it home, put it together, turned it on a couple times. It was awesome. Man, that thing's like, oh gosh, I don't remember how many amps, but it's nearly 1,700 CFM, cubic feet per minute. It's a hoss. I never installed it because it's just too much for my little multi-purpose shop. And yes, I sold it yesterday on Facebook. So let me show you what I'm going to do. 2x4 frame, cover it with a sheet of plywood. We're going to come out here with another 2x4, a couple 2x4s right there, and then okay, let's put a cross piece right there. Then we're going to set the trash can here like that. We're going to mount the I call it the dust pump. Okay, the bag will come out here, and I'll put an L on it, turn it down so the bag will hang right here. And we're going to run from the dust collector lid, and we'll run a hose up to the pump and a hose over here. And let's build another manifold with one 4-inch opening and one 2.5-inch opening with blast gates, so that we can pick which one of these we want. And we'll just cap that off. Hopefully I'll mount that on the side, or maybe even around on the back of this. That'll get all that up out of the floor. We'll have the footprint of a trash can. And that's just about it. Any questions? The Woodstock 1049 dust collection lid is designed to fit a 21-inch trash can. That's about a 30-gallon. So I added layers of foam to ensure a good tight seal. I'm laying out all the equipment just to make sure that it's all going to fit. I used a door we brought from the old house as the main support for the equipment. Okay, a couple thoughts. I'm trying to minimize this distance to keep the hose lengths as short as possible. The more length you have in the system, the more air you're going to need to move. And I came up with about 4.5 to 5 feet, and we're going to put it right here. I've got to build a 2x4 frame for it next, but just layout wise, looks like it's going to work. I'm going to mark these screw holes to mount this motor. I'm going to mount chassis and all, so I don't have to worry about reworking how the thing mounts. So I'll take the wheels off of it, mark the holes, and we'll continue with this project. And now I'm going to find the center of this board we're going to use. It's 22, so we'll mark it at 11, where the holes are, 9 inches apart. It's 4.5, and that'll put us right in the middle. So I cut some pieces to go here on the bottom, because this thing's going to stand up like this. And I'm using some old scraps that aren't exactly straight, but neither is the floor, so I'm good with that. Alright, that's the cross piece. This is going to go here. Let's see what this thing's doing here. That's off about a 1/16. I think that'll be fine. I'm thinking the best way to mount this is to just drill out from the bottom and screw it straight on. As far as a tip hazard goes, I'm going to support it with a strap through one of the basement supporting poles. Basically, I just need something here to corral the bottom of the trash can. This wood is so wonky. Three, two, one. See, most YouTubers wouldn't show you that. So there's more than enough suction to hold the can and the lid together. I wondered if that was enough foam between it. Looks like it is. There it is. And as you saw in the video, it works. I'm pleased with how compact it is. And as soon as I get the rest of this mess cleaned up in the floor here, it's going to take up a lot less floor space. Maybe I can move my workbench and shopsmith this way a little bit. Here's a rundown. Things I have left to do. I have a leak right here, and I'm going to fix that, tighten it up. Here's my solution for this filter bag. I don't know that I like it. I know that it works and it doesn't leak. So I may go to a hard filter at some point. Again, the same thing. I had a little trouble finding the right fittings to go from here into the bag. This little flexible coupling, no problems at all. And here is our manifold. Of course, this is our 2 1/4 inch connection, and that's the one that goes to all the other tools except for the table saw. And then here is the 4-inch connection. I've got an end cap right here to keep it from sucking from the top. There is very little glue on any of this manifold, so I can, in the next iteration of this, take it apart and redo it. So this is a 30-gallon trash can. I saved the lid. They make an actual dust deputy that goes on top of this. Now I left enough room so that I can take this lid off, mount the dust deputy on the old lid, and we may do a comparison of these two things at some point. And well, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This took a little while, you know, maybe 5 hours, something like that. So it's not a hard project. It's just a matter of getting the system to work right. You do that by sealing up all leaks. Make sure you use the right size air duct so the shop vac will pick up large chunks. There's very little air moving in it. You know, the hoses are not that big, but it'll pick up large chunks and move them to the shop vac. Again, it's a balanced system. The airflow is rated to work in like a 2 1/2 inch pipe. Dust collection is a little bit different. That's a figure of CFM. CFM? Yeah, cubic feet per minute. So anyway, that's what dust collection is all about. It's moving a lot of air. It doesn't take much lift to pick up a particle of sawdust or even a wood chip. These systems are designed to pick up those pieces and move them through the system into the filter. A little different in the technology there, but I'm gonna leave you to think on that. I'm starting to ramble. Thank you for watching. That's gonna do it for this episode. Enjoyed doing this. I needed to do this. I wanted to clear this mess up, give me a lot more floor space. So now listen, don't forget, you know what I'm going to say. What am I going to say? I'm going to say don't forget to do all that YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you got any questions about this, let me know. I'm thinking seriously about buying the large dust deputy and see how it compares to this. I'll use this for a few weeks, and then I'll have a baseline and compare the dust deputy. I think that's it. I think it's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless, and we will see you later.